Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. So yesterday we had talked about Sackboy: A Big Adventure coming to PC, and hey, I'm super excited about it, but, well, I'm excited about the fact that lower-key PlayStation titles are coming to PC as well. Like, I could understand from a PlayStation and Sony standpoint, them thinking, hey, how are we going to make the most money? It's by porting the games that people want and that people are actually going to buy. Those games include titles such as your Horizons of the world, your God of Wars, your Spider-Mans. Those games are going to sell incredibly well. However, that also made me think, hey, that probably means some of the lower-key titles are not going to see PC ports, like Gravity Rush, but let's not go down that hole again. But, you know, then we had heard about Sackboy: A Big Adventure coming to PC, and I was like, okay, Sackboy's a game that I'm sure Sony and PlayStation, they know is not going to do gangbuster numbers on PC. I foresee it being the weakest performing PlayStation PC release by far. Maybe it can get to, like, 3/4 of the numbers of Days Gone. I think that would be, like, a pretty successful number to hit. But yeah, I do see it performing less than Days Gone, even as, you know, notable as a mascot Sackboy is. The Little Big Planet 1 and Little Big Planet 2 days are from 2008 and 2010, so we're talking a long time ago. Sackboy's days, I think, are a little bit behind him, but that's just my 2 cents. But I was thinking, you know, Sackboy: A Big Adventure, it's a game that's a part of PlayStation Plus Extra. It's going on sale on PlayStation 4 and 5 for like $25 to $30. What is the price point gonna be? Surely you can't do $50 like you did Horizon Zero Dawn and $50 like you did God of War. Like, those games are at a different marquee level. They're big budget AAA games. Sackboy is you know, no slight on the game itself. I thought it was a pretty good platformer, but $50 would be a little bit too pricey. And yes, Sony did not agree with that $50 price point because Sackboy: A Big Adventure is $60. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so it looks like Sony is going to see how far they can push that price point as far as, you know, $60 for Spider-Man Remastered was pretty wild, given that that game came out in 2018. However, Spider-Man is a far, far bigger IP, bigger title than Sackboy: A Big Adventure is, and to be fair, you did get the City That Never Sleeps DLC, and I guess you can make the argument, hey, it's Spider-Man Remastered. That was technically a PlayStation 5 launch title with Miles Morales Ultimate Edition. Alright, I get that, but $60 for Sackboy: A Big Adventure is pretty wild. Now, at the end of the day, is it that big of a deal? I guess not. You know, Sony be trying to be Sony. They price their things pretty highly these days. You know, trying to get Sony products is pretty wild. Given that they priced Last of Us Part 1 at $70 on PS5, maybe I shouldn't be that surprised by the $60 price tag. However, what I think this bodes for the future is that, you know, you really can't be thinking that Sony is going to price these games with, the PC price point in mind, given that Last of Us Part 1 is going to be coming to PC and Steam. I think they're going to try to go and push that $70 price tag with Last of Us Part 1. Like, yeah, that sucks, but if they're releasing it for $70 on PS5, and let's say it's coming out early 2023, I easily see that being $70 on PC as well. And probably the Sony mindset is, hey, buy the game at launch if you want. If you don't want it at launch, a year down the line, you'll be able to get it half off or whatever the case may be. Maybe I can come at it from the mindset of, hey, a couple of years ago, did I ever think PlayStation titles would be on PC? No. Outside of emulation? No, I did not think Horizon Zero Dawn would be, like, if we go back to 2016, 2017, did I ever think Horizon Zero Dawn would be on PC? No. Did I ever think God of War would be on PC? No. So, maybe I should just be happy that we are getting these games on PC, and at the end of the day, they are gonna get a little bit cheaper, so, you know, that's fine. Like, you could always just wait, and if you do want to buy that launch date, look, I'm not going to slight you one bit. If you want a quality platformer, I saw somebody leave a comment on my video talking about Sackboy, and he was just like, bro, like, I'm going to buy this game at $60 because I want more platformers on PC, and I want to support games like this. Yo, more power to you if you want to buy it. It's your money. If you have the desire to play the game, if you want to spend $60, and you can probably get it a little bit cheaper from a different e-tailer, more power to you. I just think, you know, this is something that's spelling something for the future. Like, Returnal Yo, I don't know if Returnal's gonna be $50 on PC anymore. If they're pricing Sackboy at 60, Returnal's launch price was 70. Sackboy's launch price was 60. Returnal came out after Sackboy. So, I don't know, I'm just putting two things together. Is Returnal gonna be $70 too? You know, maybe that's like Sony's thinking, yo, we can release these games on PlayStation 5. Whoever wants to buy the games initially, they can pay $60, $70 for it. Then we can add those games to our PlayStation subscription service, and that'll incentivize people, you know, 6 months, 9 months, a year down the line to sign up to our PlayStation subscription service. And after all of that, we can finally roll the game out on PC. That might be what they're thinking is. Now, in the case of Sackboy, I actually don't think it's available on PlayStation Plus Extra. Now that I think about it, yeah, it's not available. This is actually one of the missing games on the Plus subscription service. Returnal, on the other hand, is available through PlayStation Plus Extra. So just something to consider there. I think Sony knows what they're doing in terms of, you know, getting the most mileage out of their video game releases. They are being incredibly meticulous on how they roll out these release patterns. I kind of give them credit. It's kind of like the Final Fantasy VII Remake shtick. Like, I give Square Enix a lot of credit for getting the most they possibly could get out of the FF7 Remake. It's about, like, trickling down this game to try to get as much revenue from as multiple avenues as you can. Because think about what Square Enix did with the FF7 Remake. PlayStation 4 exclusivity first. Got a paycheck from Sony. PlayStation 5 exclusivity with the expansion. Got a paycheck from Sony for that, probably. Epic Game Store exclusivity for 6 months. Probably got a paycheck for that. And then ultimately released it on Steam. Like, what? The game's not even on Xbox yet. But I just saw what they did with the FF7 Remake, and I was like, bro, that is so wild. And they released it on Steam for $70. Don't you forget that. I know it had a launch discount and whatnot, but that was wild to me. And now, you know, I think Sony, it's going to be more of a case-by-case basis because, you know, them as a publisher, they do have all these different masters, so to speak, to serve. You want to give that audience that has a PlayStation 5 and are super invested into that ecosystem, you want to give them, you know, exclusivity, day one early releases. I guess that's what you can call them now, like timed exclusive early releases, like with your God of War Ragnarok, Gran Turismo 7, and Horizon. With Horizon, I fully expect that game to get an expansion at some point, and that's when you're gonna see the PC version get announced with that. So, yeah, like, you know, these price points be wild, but, like, yo, I think people are still gonna buy it, and Sackboy, I guess from a Sony standpoint, they probably realize, hey, the people that really want this game are probably gonna buy it anyway, so let's just price it at $60, and I guess for them, it could also be serve as a test, being like, how high can we price these games and them selling really well? I think for the majority of people, especially people that watch my videos where I cover deals and whatnot, I do think people are gonna wait on a sale for the game, but let me know what you guys think. You know, I find it very difficult to get people to pay $60 for a game on PC as it is. At least, like, the audience I interact with, obviously, because I cover a lot of deals and whatnot. I should also note that with a pre-purchase, you do get some in-game costumes. You get Jin Sakai from Ghost of Tsushima, you get Deacon St. John from Days Gone, Sam Porter Bridges, and then you also get Connor from Detroit Become Human. So, yeah, there you go with that. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Rambled quite a bit in this video, but as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.